Hi everybody. It is April 2nd, 2020, and right now we are in the middle of a pandemic, a virus pandemic. So in order to provide our patients with great information on their traction pillow, which is part of their care, we're going to do a little mini, what do we call it, a vignette of our normal traction and health class. Okay, so I'm really briefly going to go through some things that we go through our class normally, and I'll just touch upon it. So because we really want patients to be able to view this demonstration, push like, and then you can go ahead and begin your at-home traction class to augment what we're doing here with your adjustments and your spinal care. Okay, so the first thing we usually talk about in our classes is food. I'm going to briefly go through this, and I'm really going to focus our food and nutrition at this time for immune boosting and to keep our health really, and our immunity really strong against viruses, especially the COVID-19. Okay, so I've been really fortunate to study with leaders in nutrition and cleansing, and what we're going to focus on now is boosting our immune system. In boosting our immune system, we really have to focus on our elimination system. For the COVID and for the pandemic right now, we're really targeting our lungs because it's a respiratory virus. So this is why exercise, this is why the health departments and the CDC and the government is really encouraging strong exercise, brisk walking, because the respiratory system is your lungs. Now, what controls our lungs is our diaphragm, and that's the muscle that controls our lungs. So like any muscle, it needs exercise. And the beauty of the diaphragm, when we're exercising, hiking and running and walking, it causes us to breathe in and expands our lungs and contracts our lungs, and that's what the diaphragm does. And also the diaphragm, when we breathe out, it compresses on our organs, and it also pushes down on our organs to excrete toxins. So it's all about building lung capacity and excreting wastes. Okay, so our first elimination organ is our colon, and I could spend a whole day on this. But in my office, 9 out of 10 patients are constipated. So I immediately recommend some type of green tablet when they're eating to help their digestion and to help contraction of the colon. The colon is a muscle. It has smooth muscles inside of it. And the alfalfa, you can do any green tablet. I love the alfalfa because its roots are 200 feet in the soil. And as you know, we don't have a lot of minerals left on our topsoil. So anytime you can get mineral tablets or supplements, herbs that are root-based, go for the roots. So alfalfa, it causes the colon to contract. So you want a lot of contraction. So all of that compacted constipation is going to be contracted and moved through the colon. So really, really important. Chlorophyll is sunshine in a bottle. Gosh, it's just a neutralizer for your body. It's a blood cleanser. It keeps your body in an alkaline state. Viruses, bacteria thrive in an acidic state. So anytime you're introducing greens, chlorophyll into the blood system, wonderful, it alkalines it. So it makes it a less favorable environment for bacteria or virus. So extremely important. So now we're gonna head right over to the immune boosters. Selenium, just incredible. It's a cofactor, it's an enzyme. It's vital for immunity and cellular function. Your vitamin C, everybody knows about vitamin C and how important it is. Get an ester C, it makes it more digestible. Biotin, okay, so biotin, just key for right now. Biotin, everybody knows biotin for hair and nails and skin. Well, what it is, it's a membrane booster, right? It's also a cofactor, an enzyme. But biotin, even when we're pregnant, we're supposed to have more folic acid. more biotin because it strengthens membranes, and the baby is in an amniotic sac, and that membrane gets strengthened with folic acid and biotin. Same, how do we translate that into today's COVID-19 virus? The lungs are a membrane, so really important to strengthen that membrane so viruses cannot penetrate. Really important to get your biotin. A natural resource of biotin and folic acid is not, this is a cutie, it's not a good example, but your navel oranges, like when you peel it, you'll see all that white. That is where your natural biotin occurs. So there's nothing better than the natural source of these vitamins, but of course, we'd have to eat multiple meals a day to get everything. Zinc, everybody knows how important that is for your immune system. I threw in some anxiety calming supplements because everybody's so anxious, you know, because there's such a huge change in our daily lives. So ashwagandha is just an amazing, one of the most powerful adaptogens we have on earth. And what it does, an adaptogen causes us to have a even homeostasis. So in other words, if we have stress and our sympathetic system usually goes up and down with stress and we get kind of turn around. Well, the ashwagandha is an adaptogen, so it kind of helps us kind of maintain an even keel, even when we're under stressful situations. Theanine is another beautiful amino acid that helps with anxiety and stress. Okay, your vitamin D, so important. That's why you have to go out. You've got to go out, exercise, get your vitamin D. Magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D are all in this beautiful proprietary blend of, you can get this at Whole Foods, it's called Calm, and it's magnesium. And magnesium is a smooth muscle relaxer. So it really helps with your productivity of your bowel movements, right? And it also is wonderful for calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium, which all have to be present in order for it to be absorbed. So I love this for my patients that are prone to constipation, which again, 9 out of 10 people are constipated. So that's a really quick synopsis of our vitamins, and this was really geared for our immunity because of our current situation, our current health crisis. Okay, so exercise, we went over that, so important, 30 to 60 minutes of exercise today, every day, especially during this health crisis, and really to take with you for the rest of your life. It's funny, we're in a position right now to really double check our priorities and shift our priorities and really see what, when we go back to normal, what we want to take with us and what we want to change. So it's a wonderful time to revisit your life and your goals. Proper rest. It's a big thing with the COVID. All the infectious disease guys, you need to rest. That's when all your immunoglobulins are being produced. So extremely important. A rest. They want you to turn off all your blue screens an hour before you go to bed, and that really ensures a lot of REM and a lot of deep sleep. Positive mental attitude. We've never been. Right now, we really need to focus on our mental attitude. And how do we do that? My wonderful staff member, team, Naylene and I, we were going over, gosh, what are our different priorities? What can we do to really feed our spirits right now, feed our souls right now? So we went over some great things, gratitude journal, praying, meditating. We always promote in our office Deepak Chopra and Oprah. Just look them up. They have 21-day free meditation challenges, and they're 20 minutes a day of meditation, and they're wonderful. Right now they're having one for the COVID-19. What else did we do? Doing your puzzles, writing to your friends and family, actually writing. Those are wonderful things right now to focus for positive mental attitude. Sound nervous system. Okay, so this is why you're here. Most of our patients are under corrective care programs, and that's when you first come into our office. You're coming 2 to 3 times a week for 8 to 10 weeks. after that, we give you a re-examination to make sure that you are responding well. If you are responding well, you get the second half of your corrective care, and then we take a refilm just to make sure that the discs and all the discs are responding well as well. In chiropractic, we are restoring natural curves to your spine in order for your beautiful brain to communicate all the functions to the organs, glands, and muscles and tissues. And they do this via the spine. So it is so vital for good optimum health to keep restoration and keep proper alignment of the spine. And that's what you're doing here. A secondary condition of misalignments of the spine is decay and degeneration of the discs. So that also slows down that process with proper spinal adjustments and spinal care. Okay, so now, one more elimination organ. Okay, our kidneys are elimination organs. And one of the byproducts of the kidneys, one of the major byproducts of the kidney is uric acid. And our skin is called the third kidney. It's an elimination organ, and it's our largest organs in our body. So skin brushing, very, very simple every day before you get into the shower, all going toward the heart, eliminates so much uric acid and toxicities from your body. And it's so simple. Okay, so here is your traction pillow. Most of us here are on corrective care, so we're restoring the curves of the spine. So when you get home at night, this is a wonderful, relaxing, meditative thing to do, and it restores your natural curves, and it helps augment to keep your adjustments. You are going to put the flat side on, snug next to your upper shoulders, and you'll be on the floor, knees up, and you'll just hang your head. And in the beginning, you'll start for 3 to 5 minutes. After 3 weeks, you'll work up to about 8 to 10 minutes. So this has just been a life changer for so many patients. And then of course, and this is part of your care. So if you push like when you finish this video, you'll get to pick one of these up at the office. Okay, and I always tell my patients to have a yoga mat somewhere in your home where you can see it, and it's so inviting. So you'll have your traction pillow, you'll have a foam roller, and you'll just be stretching and strengthening. We also have a beautiful handout of strengthening and stretching exercises for your spine and for your core, which go along with your traction pillow. So go ahead and give us comments. We love feedback. We love any home remedies that you're coming up with. So go ahead and leave a comment, put a like, come to your office, keep healthy and strong with regular exercise and your regular adjustments, and come to the office and pick up your traction pillow and your handout. Stay safe and God bless.